Hello, this is Jamie Smith with Foliotek. Wanted to talk to you about a new addition we added into our Foliotek presentation product. Last week we did a short video that talked about the save button and how we've moved the save button to this what we call the top white bar just underneath the top black bar, the TBB and the TWB. Also informed you that we're saving your portfolio every 10 seconds, and we have a little notification next to the save button that'll let you know when we most recently saved or when you actually saved. And if the save button does just say saved, you can always click on it again just for reassurance, making sure you are saving your stuff and we're saving it for you. Everything is saved all the time, very often. So today we introduced a new aspect to our images. So I'm going to go ahead and place an image inside of my portfolio using the Image Gizmo. Select an image, isn't that lovely? Place it in there. You'll notice that as soon as I clicked on the image, this image control popped up. Let me show you that again. So I click on the image control pops up. It's a little different than what we had before. It has far more controls to it than what we used to have. You can still resize the image, move the image around just like we could before, but now when I have my image in place I can do a few more things. Let me show you. I can add a border to the image, change the color on that. Say we want it to be more of a brown. So I put a border around the image. Now I can even choose to make that a doubled line, dotted line, or dashed line border. And then if I wanted some spacing in between the image and the border, I can increase the padding. So that puts spacing in between the image and the border. And if I wanted to move this image up top right, and I didn't like the way, notice how my text is right up next to that border. I don't like that. Well, I can go to my margin and increase my margin a little bit. So now there's space in between my text and my border. Well, the downside of that is it also created some spacing in between the edge of my content area here and my image. I'd like to snap that image to that edge but keep my border, so I chose to turn on snap to edge. That allows me to have spacing between the text and my border, but forces the border of the image to be up next to the content area. Let's go ahead and dump in another image. I'll show you this again. Gizmo's image, drop it in, pick another image. Let's go ahead and close that and scroll down to my image here. Notice when I click, the control pops up. I can resize my image just like before. I can move it where I want to. Now something else that I could do, I'm going to close this image control, come up to the upper image again. I can actually set this border option as the default, so I'm going to set as default, close that, come down to this image now, and if I apply the default, notice how it remembered the settings from my previous image with the border, and I apply them to this new image. I'll still have to set the margin. We don't account for margin, but I can still snap to edge. What's important is that it's remembering the border and the padding between the image and the border color. So that's our new feature that we've added in, a little more control over your images. Hope you have fun with that and allows you to be a little more creative with your portfolios. Thanks for using Foliotek Presentations. Jamie Smith signing off.